Hello, I'm Casey Openshot and I'm going to be doing a tutorial about Younique makeup products. The first thing I'm going to put on is the Brilliant Moisturizing Cream. I just take a bead out with my finger, kind of smush it around here. Now I'm going to use some the Glorious Face and Eye Mineral Makeup Primer. I pretty much just put this under my eyes and on my eyelids for when I'm getting ready to put on some of the pigments. And as you can see, I do have some blemishes, but this makeup actually covers them over. I have Tinea Versacolor, which is kind of like a skin rash thing that prevents you from tanning in those certain spots and also can cause some redness, rashes. I sometimes have it on my neck, but this seems to work pretty well for it, so, or at least to cover it up, not to cure it, unfortunately. I'm just gonna squirt some of the rose water before we get started. So I use the cream foundation, but I only really use it for under my eyes, which is the first thing I do. And then what I primarily use actually is our BB Flawless Cream. It's great because it's a tinted moisturizing cream. And this is a mirror here, that's why I keep looking to the side. So I just put it on with the brush, like this. And then I kind of blend it in with my hands a little bit. Then I'm going to use the pressed powder. Again, this is the taffeta color, and the Flawless cream, the BB cream, is the bisque. So I just kind of pat it around here. And then I also use something that's not in the Younique makeup line. I use this California Tan. It's a bronzer, which you can make a bronzer with our products, but I'm kind of new to the company, so I haven't bought anything. I buy this at Suntan City. It's fantastic. So I just kind of put this on my cheeks and on the bridge of my nose. And then just around a little bit. And then for blush, I haven't ever really been much on blush, but I've been using this. This is the Stunning. I just use just a little bit on my brush and just kind of swipe it like this. So I'm not overly rosy cheeks. So the next thing I do is actually my eyebrows. So I've been using the Fierce concealer from Younique. What I do is I actually put a little in the cap here, you can see, and then I use the rose water and I just spray a squirt, just enough to kind of wet it down a little bit. Then I use this liner brush. I just kind of go over where my eyebrows already are just to kind of give them a little bit of a more pronounced look. I know it kind of looks silly right now. I also just take a regular mascara brush, just like this, and I use more of this Brilliant Hydrating Cream. I just kind of put it in there like this, just the gel part. I use that gel just kind of like as an eyebrow gel to kind of get my eyebrows to stand up a little bit. I have blush on my nose. It's hard to see on the iPad when you're doing stuff. So the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of get into some of the pigments. So I like to use an array of pigments when I'm doing my makeup because it kind of makes your eyes pop out a little bit more. So the first pigment I'm going to use is actually called Innocent. So it's kind of like a white pigment. And again, what I'm going to do is just spray a little bit of rose water. It just kind of gives the pigment a different look, makes it pop out a little bit more. I kind of mix in, it's hard to tell, but make it kind of a pasty substance. You don't want it too watery. So it kind of looks like this on your brush. And then I just go like this. It also works pretty well if you just wet down the brush, but I like to do it in the cap so then I know I'm getting the right consistency. The next color I'm going to use is called Sexy. Let's hope it really does what it says. Same technique. I found that you can use regular water to do this, but it doesn't stick as well. This really makes it stick just a little bit better. And I just put this all over my eyes, both of these past pigments. I put all the way up to the eyebrow. since I'm wearing a turquoise shirt, I'm going to kind of do like a turquoise green theme. So the next color I'm going to use is Empowered. It's this pretty green color. And this color I'm just going to put right up here to the crease. And I'm not going to re-wet my brush. I'm not going to put rose water in this time because this brush is still wet from the last pigment. I use the same brush continuously throughout. And if it gets too wet, that's what you want your brush to look like. So I'm just going to put this in the crease. And I kind of do like a wing at the edge here. Like try to get it nice and close. Go all the way down. So now I'm going to use Dignified, which is kind of a dark green color. I'm not really into the greens, but we'll try it, see how it turns out. Using the same brush again, and I don't believe I need to wet it, so we'll just try. So I'm going to go right to the middle here and just go out, and I'm just going to kind of wing it like this. See how that looks? You try to do the same on both eyes. I'm going to use this brown called Confident, just to kind of blend the colors together on the ends. So I'm not going to wet this one. It's just going to be put on dry. I'm just going to dab it on. So I'm going to put this wet brush down. Whoops, my mirror. You can see the other side of my apartment here. There we go. And I'm going to use this brush. This is the crease brush, but as you can see, I'm not really going to use it on the creases. So I'm just going to dab it like this, just in the corner. And then I'm going to kind of wipe this brush off, and I'm going to go back over everything with the original color, the Sexy. Dab it. As you can tell, some of it just kind of landed on my face here, but I just kind of dab it like this just to kind of blend all of the colors together. And what I really, really like about this product is that you can use it as eyeliner too. So I'm going to use Devious, which is our black kind of glittery color, as an eyeliner. So you want to make it that pasty texture in the cap here. And I'm going to use this end of the brush. First I'm going to just put it in my waterline. As you can see, I just kind of do halfway over. Got some in my eye, but another thing is that if you do get it in your eye's not going to turn bright red because it is all natural. So then what I do is I take the brush like this and I turn it this way and I just go in my waterline and bring it out to the side like that. Kind of gives you the winged look, and then you bend your eye